It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Northern Monk Brewing Company and it's their Christmas beer available in Morrison's. It's Festive Star. This is a vanilla, cinnamon and chocolate porter coming in at 5.2% ABV. There's a look at the label. 330ml can, costing £2 for the can. What am I expecting? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, although Northern Monk makes some amazing beers, I'm not expecting massive amounts. There's a reason for that. It's £2 a can. I know and I'm kind of almost like putting it up against like their Death Star that they've just released in Tesco, and the Northern Lights, well, not the Northern Lights, the Northern Star V3. The Imperial Stout that's available in Morrison's. I know they're £4 a can, and I know they're 440s, but the ratio is price per what you get per litre is different. This is cheaper, so I'm not expecting it to be up there with the beers that I've just mentioned. But then saying that, look at this liquid. You should never presume in life. You never know. Northern Monk might have produced an absolute ton of this for Morrison's, expecting to sell loads of it, and they might think that they can, they can get it cheaper. They can get the price down cheaper by making more of it, selling lots of it at Christmas time. We have a 2-finger tan coloured head. It's a jet black beer in the glass, good levels of carbonation. Slow moving carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. Great head retention. As you rock the beer back and forth, you can see the carbonation chasing the head up the glass. Yeah, I was in Morrison's. I was down there buying bread, of all things, baguette for a stew we were making, and I always go down the beer aisle. And again, one of those moments in life where there was just one left on the shelf. So I picked it up. Here it is. No light bleeding through here. Let's get the aroma. Lots of vanilla, lots of cinnamon. Coconut, roasted malt, chocolate, coffee, caramel. Touch of ginger maybe. It's a proper festive porter. I love a festive beer at Christmas. Latte, a definite kind of latte aroma to it. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Kind of exactly what I was expecting, really. The big thing with price, and the first thing that suffers, it's not overly suffering, it's not a major deal, it's not a major issue, but I'd say body. The first thing that goes out the window when a beer gets down to about £2 for the 330ml can is the body. It hasn't got the body of Death Star. It hasn't got the body of that Raspberry Imperial Stout in Morrison's, the Northern Star, the Lervig collaboration. It doesn't have that same body. It's a bit thin. But saying that, it's a porter. It's a porter. Porters are generally slightly thinner than stouts anyway. What the beer does have in abundance, though, is flavour. Cinnamon, ginger, spices, vanilla, lovely roasted malt flavours, chocolate, coffee, caramel flavours coming through. If you think of this time of year, going to one of the great coffee shops, the chains that we have in the UK and around the world, of course, your Costas, your Starbucks. If you have a drink there this time of year, you're going to get something kind of like cinnamony and chocolatey and coffee. Like, this almost has that feel of one of those kind of iced lattes, those ice, what do they call the damn things? Are they called iced lattes? My kids go on about them. Frappuccino or something. I never had one. Never had one. But you can imagine that kind of big lactosey, creamy body with the coffee. Well, you're getting that coffee from the roasted malt from this beer. There's not necessarily coffee added to the beer. It's coming from the roasted malt. Same as that little bit of sweet caramel's coming from the malt as well. And that beautiful bitter dark chocolate, that's coming from the roasted malt as well. Malt is an incredible thing. Frog in my throat. Malt is an incredible thing with beer. It really is. There's so much you can do with malt. It's a little bit like what you can do with coffee beans with coffee. If you're willing to experiment enough with different coffee beans, as with beer, if you're willing to experiment enough with malt, as Northern Monk have done here, then you can really, really make a great beer. Good lacing on the glass. It is generally an all-round decent beer for that £2 price point. I'm not complaining. I'm just making a point of that 5.2% ABV. Could they have sold it for £3 a can and made it 6% and smashed a big fat bold body in there on the beer, made it thick and gloopy for Christmas time? Could Northern Monk have gone down that road? Or do they know their market? Do they know their price point? Do they know that £2 is a very favourable price point to come in for a beer at Christmas? I think if you have a look at the competition, and this is a whole new kind of story now, but if you look at the competition, if you have a look at Christmas beers in general, your old-fashioned rosy nosies and White Christmas and all those kind of classic, like Santa's Bells and all those kind of regional pardon me, regional brewery beers that are sold in a supermarket, a lot of it is a load of tosh, isn't it? Let's be fair. A lot of it is like, I seen Rosy Nosy in Morrison's and I was like, oh no. Although I liked it at the time, back years and years ago, I don't think it's something that I'd like to crack open Christmas Day, whereas Northern Monk have made a bit more of an effort with their Christmas beer. What I'm trying to say is this is a decent one on the supermarket shelf. So I think, yeah, you could pick this up. You could definitely pick this up. A festive twist packed with all things sweet, spiced and nice. There we go, let's rate it. Festive star then. For £2, I think it's great. I think it's a great little beer. Lacks a little bit of body. Still better than Rosy Nosy, isn't it, you know? Yeah, I'm going to say, for the price point, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.